Today we're going to be talking about search engine optimization, and I will be honest with you guys, as I've spoken in class already, that I have very limited knowledge about search engine optimization up until maybe a couple weeks ago, and there's enough information on this stuff that could choke a horse. So I don't know, kind of view this as a general overview instead of the only information, because there's quite a bit. Okay, pretty much here's what we know. There are two options to doing this. The first option would be to hire somebody to do it for you. Just like any other job, you can always hire out the labor. These companies typically will give you a free analysis of what's going on, and then they'll charge a fee. Whether that fee is by click or monthly or however they want to do it, there is a fee that is assessed. The results from what their testimonials on these websites state are outstanding. And for the person who is involved, the company that is involved with this, it is a very easy process. I mean, you're paying somebody to do your work. But it's not good for early automation. And that's where we have difficulty, because up until this point, we have yet to sell copies of books, and we don't know what the demand is going to be. So how can we budget money that we don't have? It would be, asinine to even consider something like that. So the other option would be to do it yourself. And just like any other type of do-it-yourself job, it could be considerably cheaper if it's done the right way. If you don't know what you're doing, you could, find yourself in a pretty bad predicament. But it's this website, this search optimization. It's very labor intensive, but it can be effective if we know what we're doing. So let's look at it. What is it? Okay, I want to take this from the very beginning. You've got your search engines, Google, MSN, Yahoo. These search engines, when you type in your keyword or whatever phrase you're looking for, you're going to get a list. We're not 3 years old. We've been living in this age for a while, and I know you know some of this. And the list is populated by, it depends on a couple of things, but it basically boils down to how popular is your website. And Google judges the popularity by a couple of criteria, two of which are keywords and your internal links, your site, how it's linked to other sites. My question is, is this even remotely possible for somebody who, is brand new on the market to be number one or number 10, in the world out of millions of websites? If we were to type in, I need a job, could we come up? And I would submit to you. Okay, the first step that we need to do, we need to get a website. We've done that. You can create a website just like Alan was talking about at Yola, Wix, WebStarts. Any of these free website providers would be advantageous to us. You need to purchase your domain name and then direct it at the site. Thanks to Dr. Curtis, we have already accomplished this as well, and that's our site. Then you want to register your domain with the major search engine providers, just to let them be aware that you are here and you're ready for business. Step 2.
So how do you do that, and what do you need to do?
Well, what you do is, what I did was I typed in, register my search engine on Google, and when you do that, their site comes up where you can do that. And I actually already did ours for Google. I have not done it for Yahoo and the other people. But when you click on it, it'll come up and it'll just say type in your domain name here, and then you press enter, and it says thank you, your domain has been successfully submitted. It's very simple. It takes 5 seconds. Okay, the second step is we need to understand our customer base. You need to look at the current situation. Right now, the product that we're marketing is, how to get a job. What are the steps that you need to know how to get a job? Our economy right now, although it is recovering, it's still kind of in limbo. And we couldn't be entering a better job market, to be honest with you, because, there are a lot of people out of work. Can't remember what the current unemployment rate is right now, 19%, 9%, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, but you need to find out what are these people searching for. Google has a keyword tool. It's on Google AdWords. From my research, it wouldn't be very smart for us at this point in the stage of the game, because we don't have a continuous inflow of revenue, to actually use the ad generator to create an ad, because that also is going to cost money, and we don't have it. But what you can use this for is you can use it to tell you what keywords are the most popular. Like, you can type in a keyword or key phrase that you might think would be relevant to your site, and they will bring up what kind of competition you can expect to see from those keywords. They'll bring up how many hits they had over the past month in those keywords, what type of people, or it's unbelievable the information base that you gain from using this free tool. So anyway, we do need to look into understanding our customer so that we can better form our website. Then we need to match our site to the customer's needs. Once we have all this information, what are we going to do with it? What we need to do is we need to put keywords into our site. When I had spoken in class earlier, I had used the word stuff your site full of keywords. The more and more that I've researched, I'm not sure if that's exactly the way that we need to go, because I've read certain people who are much more learned in this area than I am, and they have actually talked about it can almost do you more harm than good when you just put the same word over and over and over again in your thing to try to gain hits that way. From what they say, that's not really the way to do it. The reason why is because that can actually that stuffing can actually at times be considered illegal. It can be spam, and Google doesn't want that on their website. If you've ever typed in a search for something and something completely different comes up, that's what those people have done. They've either stuffed it or they've hidden it. And you can do something like get the smallest font available and then change the color to match the color of the background and type in the keywords that you want, and you're hiding it. You can't see it, but it's still there. The website is still picking it up, and you're playing a trick on your customer, and they're not going to stay on that website. They're just going to be angry at you.
Is hiding illegal?
I read in one source that they said that it was,
okay.
And it may have not been reputable.
And if you were saying a bunch of job-related criteria, how is that tricking the customer?
Well, if let's say that we are trying to get people to buy our book, and we're going to go after somebody who wouldn't necessarily be searching for that type of thing.
Looking for roses.
Exactly.
Ice cream.
Right. And we start typing in things like roses or like ice cream or whatever. We're just trying to get people so that they don't even have to stay there, but just the site gets popular enough that it can raise the ratings, and then when you do type in something right, somebody else can come in and notice it and buy the book. So anyway, it's just it can be considered spam, and Google doesn't look very favorably on it if they catch it. When we put these keywords in the website, and I was just talking to Ryan about it, we need to put it, the words that we want, that we think that they're going to search, they need to be forefront. They don't need to be halfway down the page. They don't need to be in the third sentence. And the reason why is because when you type in on Google, it'll come up, it'll match the keywords, they'll be emboldened, and then there will be those three dots. And then there will be more, and then there will be emboldened and those three dots. And they're cutting out massive amounts of, and I mean, they're not, it's a computer generated thing, so you really can't control it, and the best thing to do is to put your keywords as close to it. Step 4, we need to link our site to other sites. You can do this by joining forums. You can do this by affiliating with owners of like interests. You can do this by getting involved with sites that provide free links. Alfonso sent me something that was really cool last night, and it was this freewebsitelinks.com. And I know he tried to do it, and then I tried to do it this morning, and we really can't figure out what's going on there, but according to what this is, you can sign up on this website, and they will match you with people who have like interests, and they'll put their links on your site, and it's almost like a mediator. So it's something to look into anyway. And I mean, we wouldn't obviously want to be doing something that, again, would trick somebody, and somebody who's on a Rose website would be, don't remember the Boardroom, like going up there. It's, we kind of want to be ethical about all this. And then what we've already done, the social networking sites, Facebook, Twitter, all those other kind of things. Okay, and then the last step, you need to continue to monitor this. I understand that we're going for automation, but this is not, it's not something that is an overnight thing. It's very much guess and check, because you don't know how people are going to do. And you can use things like I said, the Google AdWords generator, and it can very much help you get pointed in the right direction. But it may not work, and you may have to go to some other keywords. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on this as the rest of the semester goes. That way we know kind of what we're doing, and you do all of that through the Google